GeeksforGeeks has a challenge for you, the 390 challenge. Choose what you want to learn in 2024 and aim to complete at least 90% of the course in the next 90 days. And if you do that, you get back 90% of what you paid for the course. We believe you can do that. Now all you got to do is commit to your success, commit with Geeks4Geeks.
Hello. Okay, guys, we are live. So, hello everyone. I'm Harshal Jain, and welcome back to Geeks for Geeks. And today we are going to build a responsive sidebar with using React.js. And before that, guys, I wanted to tell you something that Geeks for Geeks has recently bought you a challenge that's 90 days challenge. This is basically 390 challenge, and inside this what you have to do is, like, if you purchase any course from Geeks for Geeks within the month of January and you finish that specific course which you have purchased in the 90 days, next 90 days, that means 90% of that course in the next 90 days, then you get 90% of your purchase amount refunded. Okay, so let me just take you to the website, and there you would get a better overview. Okay, just a second. So yeah, if you visit Geeks for Geeks, you can see that yeah, we have a lot of courses. It's applicable to all courses, but yes, you have to if you have purchased the course after the month of January, then you won't be able to get this offer. You would get some other offer, but for 390 challenge, the course must be in the month of January, purchased in the month of January, and then you finish 90% of the course within the next 90 days, that is around 3 months, then you get 90% of your amount refunded. So it's a very great motivation for those who are not able to finish courses, just like me. I purchased a DSA course and still I'm not able to finish that. I bought it 2 years ago, and yeah, God knows why. But yeah, it is a very great motivation to get your amount refunded, right? So do participate in this, and I hope you will be able to get maximum out of these, right? So now let's continue. Now, guys, today what we're gonna do is we are gonna build a React navigation, like it's like using React.js. Like we are not gonna, I'm not gonna teach you React navigation, like if I click on this button, I'll go to home page, about page, not that. That's something specific to React. Here we are just gonna build a very simple project. So a lot of you might be building your websites or projects using React.js, and the main issue which you might feel is always like when you want to create a sidebar, like it becomes very complicated. Okay, so today I'm just going to make it very easy. Like you can see that if I click on left, you can see I get the left sidebar, and right sidebar, top bar actually, and the bottom bar. So you can see that this is built using what? So we are obviously we are going to use MUI for this, material UI. This is a popular UI library for React.js, and it makes your task very easy. Okay, so it's like you can obviously build things from scratch, and then you can just build a sidebar. That's also great, but the problem with building that is like you don't get a lot of features. Okay, so with MUI, which I have used, and I'll teach you how you can use that, not just for sidebar. Okay, you can use a lot of features from MUI. I'll just show you how you can use MUI, and then later on you'll become a master of it. Okay, so if you want to build awesome UI projects, and you don't want to put in that much efforts in the front end, so what you can do is you can follow my approach. And personally, I'm not that in favor of using these tactics, but since it saves a lot of times, and we as developers are mostly focused on the logical part, and I think the UI can be later on improved. Okay, so it's like that. So you can use libraries or whatever you want. You can write code from scratch. Today what we're going to do is we're going to build this sidebar using the MUI library. Okay, so first of all, guys, let's set up our React.js application. So let me just take you to the React.js uh, official website. Okay, and you can see this is the official website of React.js. And nowadays the official website itself recommends us to use Next.js, but today we are just going to use React.js. Although the same approach can be followed for Next.js also, I've just created a component out of this. Okay, so if I click on this, this is just a component, so you can use it anywhere. You can use it in React.js or Next.js. That's totally fine. Okay, so yeah, for React.js, right now I'm going to assume that you are using React.js, but if you are someone who uses Next.js, you can follow my same approach by just creating a navbar component, and here we will be just importing things. Okay, we'll be doing things. Now in the React official website, if I go to learn React, and you can see that if you don't know React.js, this is a very good source to learn. Like if you followed some documentation, this is a good documentation. Now in the installation part, you can see that if you want to use React, you can see you don't need to install anything to play with React. Try editing, you can use it here itself. Or if you want to use React locally, so you can see for that I think it would, yes, here we have to click, and you can see that when I go here, you can see you would never see the create React app comment here. Okay, well, the message here. Okay, the command, actually the command, you can see that I have a command for creating next app and remix app and Gatsby or whatever you want. You can do this, you can use Next.js, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use plain React.js. That means I'm going to use create React app. But if you are someone who is using Next.js, they obviously use this command, but the approach which I'm going to follow for creating this sidebar is exactly same for either Next.js or either for plain React.js, either for whatever you use here. Okay, that's totally same. But yeah, I'm going to use create React app command for building a simple React.js application, which I think every beginner knows about this create React app command, right? And now some people might say in the comment that you are using some old stuff. Okay, using create React app command is old, but I think it would be easy for all the beginners to understand that. Okay, that's why I'm using create React app. And if you are someone who is using white, or what we call it, wheat, okay, and I call it white, okay, and or else you are using Next.js, then you can follow the same approach. Okay, so let's try to set up the application. And guys, one more thing, if you want to get the source code for today's class, what you can do is you can just visit my GitHub profile. I'll just share you the source code. So you just need to type github.com/viraj014. Okay, this is my GitHub profile. You can just go to the repositories, and here I would upload the source code for today's class also. Okay, and if you want to follow me, you can follow me here, like building the GitHub base, so that's why you can follow me here, and you can check out my Instagram or LinkedIn. Right, now let's continue and we'll set up the application. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a folder here. Okay, I'm just going to create a folder here. I'm just going to say React sidebar live. Okay, right, and I'm just gonna right click open with code. I hope everyone has VS Code in their computers installed, but if you don't have VS Code installed, what you can do is you can just go to your browsers, and again I'm just gonna show you VS Code. Just type this, and you just need to download the setup from here, download for Windows, and then you need to install the setup. And then guys, after that, you just need to check all the checkboxes while you are installing the setup, and then you can easily use VS Code, right? That's it. Now let's continue, and I'm just gonna right click and open with code. Okay, so open with code, that is, it would open VS Code. So you can see this is it. Now let's start with the terminal. So I'm just gonna use terminal. And one more thing guys, I'm again going to repeat, you can use the latest commands like create next app or whatever you use for white. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use plain simple command, that is create react app. Okay, so कमेंट सेक्शन में जाके कोई गाली नहीं देगा. ओके, मैं बहुत पुरानी चीज़ यूज़ कर रहा हूँ, आई नो, लाइक नाउ डेज इट्स कॉल्ड ओल्ड, बट इट्स लाइक फॉर बिगनर्स. ओके, इट्स फॉर बिगनर्स, सो यू कैन easily adapt this if you're using something advanced. Okay, so create react app, and using npx. Again, node.js must be installed if you're using react.js or next.js. Node.js is obviously required. So create react app, and here I'm just gonna write my react.js application's name. So let's write something like my or I'm just gonna write sidebar website, something like that. It's just random name for the project. Okay, so sidebar website. And it would just take a few minutes to actually finish this process, and then guys we can continue. Okay, so yes, let's wait for a few seconds. Guys, if you have any doubts or if you feel some problems in React.js or in Stack or in general life, you can mention that in the live chat, or also you can mention that in the comment section. I'll be reading all of your comments now. Okay, right. It's definitely taking some minutes, so like it happens every time. You don't need to worry. Like, it's not stuck. It's just taking some time. Okay, it happens. Right, so guys, you can see that now it's installing some dependencies and it's almost done. So you can see this is a normal React.js application. Your structure might be different in future, but I hope everyone knows how to create components in React.js. So that's what we're gonna do. We are just gonna create a component. Inside that component, we are gonna work, okay, so that everyone knows exact same thing. Okay, so now I'm just gonna create one folder. So assuming that all your components would be here. So components, right? So components. And guys, after you create this component, what you need to do is you just need to say, suppose I'm gonna create my navbar component. So navbar.js. Suppose my sidebar is actually connected to this, or what you can do is you can create sidebar component, whatever you want. Okay, you can create components, right, in React.js. So here I'm just gonna type RAFC. This is a shortcut. From where you get this shortcut, you just need to install an extension in React.js for in VS Code. You just need to go to extensions and you just need to type React, and here you can see that we have ES7 plus. Okay, so you just need to install this one, then you would get snippets. Okay, so if I again type this RAFCE, and you'll get this. Okay, so if I hit this, you can see that we have this component created automatically, right? So now what I'm going to do is, suppose your home page is obviously by default in, suppose, app.js. Okay, app.js, right? So what you can say is, suppose here I want to show my navbar, so I'm just going to show my navbar component at the top. So let's show this. Okay, so navbar component. Now for this we need to run this, right? We need to test this. Okay, so for that what we can do is, first of all, you can see that inside React sidebar live we have one project, that is sidebar website. So we need to first of all go inside this. Okay, so cd sidebar website, right? Cd sidebar website, and once you hit this, you can see we are inside this project. Now to run this project, what you do is, usually this is a command npm start, but if you're using Next.js, the command is npm run dev. Okay, I hope everyone knows, but yeah, for normal React.js it's just npm start. Okay, so if I just open this, there you would see, okay, I think I'm already running my other project, so I'm just gonna close it. Okay, now okay, I'll restart it. Okay, so npm start. And now guys, what you would see is I have just opened my project. What I need to do is I just need to type localhost 3000. Okay, so you can see navbar is basically not defined. Okay, just a second, I need to check. The problem here is navbar is not defined because I haven't imported. So control and space, so you can see that now it's imported. Okay, so now let's see. So you can see at the top we have the navbar, right? So it's perfect, right? It's perfect. And you can remove the style, whatever style you want. You can just apply the default styles, remove the styles, whatever you want. I'm not talking about this. I'm just talking about my normal navbar component. This is it, and it would be shown. Now you can style it using your own things, just basics. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, here we need to create a sidebar. Inside this component we need to create a sidebar. For that, what I'm going to use is, I'm going to use MUI, material UI. Okay, so let's try to use this. And I also would like to know that how many of you have actually used this material UI to design your things, okay, to build your UI. Okay, so for that, first of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna type uh, MUI. Okay, so if I type MUI React, okay, if you type this, you would get this. Okay, so I've used it for a lot of things, like I created pop-ups, models, and this sidebar and buttons. A lot of things can be easily made via this. Okay, so it's a very popular library. Please explore this, and today you'll know how to use a very basic thing, that is we are going to do things. Okay, Arita Paul, hi Arita Paul, Arithra Paul, I'm sorry, Arithra Paul, right? Okay, so yeah, here we have discovered the core libraries, and then you can see we have a lot of libraries here. They have different benefits, like different UIs. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go here MUI. Okay, MUI. Okay, and you can see, by the way, these are a lot of things which you can easily make. You can see these are very easy to make. If you are using MUI, okay, they are really hard if you are building things from scratch. But if you're using MUI, you can easily make these kind of UI. You can see this button, or these type of cards, or like you can see, yeah, this switch, you can see this switch. Okay, and you can see we have this button, and then some for notification. So a lot of things are here. You can see these stars. So very easily you can make these kind of stuff using MUI. Okay, that's why I nowadays use this a lot. Okay, when I was a beginner, I was like, nahi, मैं चीजें scratch से बनाऊंगा, I'll just build everything from scratch. That's great if you are a beginner, but I would say that, like, when you reach some level and you don't want to waste your time in this, like, you know that how things are built, and you know the code, and you know the HTML, CSS, everything. So you can use these shortcuts, these libraries, to like save a lot of time. Okay, so you can see that here we have get started, and if I go down installation, okay, I'm just installing the MUI, not other UIs. So you can see this is it. So you get the first command, just need to follow this. If you're using some other tool, like if you're using Next.js, then also you can follow the same steps. Okay, so just copy this, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna uh, split this. Okay, I'm just gonna split this, so you can see again my project is opened here, and I'm just gonna paste this. Okay, I'm just gonna paste it. So now MUI would be installed in your React.js project, so that you can use it. Okay, you can use it. Now what else you need to install is, if I go down, you don't need to do anything really. If you're using some kind of font, you'll get a lot of fonts also in MUI, so it's very convenient. And then if I go down, you would be using icons. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this for my icons, and let's first actually okay, I'm just gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste this, because we're gonna use some icons also. We're going to show some icons also. So if I just hit this, okay, yes, just paste this and it's done. Okay, I think that's it. That's what we needed. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search about, like, in my browser, generally in my browser, I'm just gonna search uh, MUI sidebar, right? I'm just gonna search this. As soon as you search this, you would get this. Okay, so you get a lot of options. You get React drawer component. So we actually call it drawer, but general terms, I just call it sidebar, right? So you can see this is it. So it would take you to this page. Now here you can see that if I click on left, you can see that I get my sidebar. Okay, so you can see that this looks really cool, and we are gonna use this. Okay, we are gonna use this. Now here you can see that if I just expand this code, my approach would be a little bit different than normal, but yeah, still I'm gonna show you this. Okay, so first of all, I'm just gonna copy all the imports, just copy all the imports, and I'm gonna paste these imports here. That's it. Now one more thing, here you can see that in JavaScript, like in React.js, right now we are using JavaScript, but if you're using TypeScript, so you have to select this one. Okay, so this would be helpful for both of them. Like generally people use TypeScript, like Next.js actually has TypeScript, so generally people use TypeScript inside Next.js. So for those case, if you're using Next.js, you can copy this one, but for React.js, if you're using normal JavaScript inside React.js, you can go with this one. Okay, so I'm going with this one because we are just using JavaScript, right? So I've copied all the imports and I've pasted them here, and I don't think so there is any issue, because you can see there is no issue here. Now that's fine. Now what we have to do is I'm just gonna create a few states here. Okay, and I'm gonna paste these states here. That's it. Okay, so these are some states for top, left, bottom, right. If you just want the left one, so you can remove all other states, we'll see that. Okay, and after that, guys, what you need to do is you need to just copy this function, which would actually allow us to show, like, if you click the top one, it would show the top bar. If you click the left one, it would show you the left bar. Bottom one, it would show you the bottom bar. For that, we have toggle drawer function. Okay, and then after this, if I just copy this part, okay, if I just copy this part, and I would like to just paste it here. Okay, so let's see. And right now you can see list is not defined, so we have to define the list also. So I'm just gonna copy this list also, and I'm gonna paste this. Later on I have to make some modifications also, but right now you can see this is it. Okay, so now you can see, guys, that this is actually done, and now let's try to see this if it works properly. Yes. So right now, guys, you can see at the top, you can see if I click on this, you can see the top bar. At the bottom, you can see we see the top, bottom bar. If the left side, you can see left, we can see right one. Okay, so this is totally up to you. Now here you can see that I suppose I only want the left one. Okay, I only want the left one. So what I can do is instead of this, I'll just comment this out. Just comment this out. Okay, I just want a button. On clicking on that of that button, I'm just gonna do something. Okay, so instead of this, let's say we have a react.fragment. Okay, this is a fragment, and what we're gonna do is we are going to again import the anchor which we have already imported from MUI, right? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. This is for something else. Okay, just write it as it is. Okay, it's just a normal component, and the key was something else. Okay, I'm sorry. So here you can see we have one button. On clicking of this button, a drawer is shown. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, so yes, what we'll do is we'll just create a button. So for that, guys, let's again go to this MUI, and here you can see we have some icons also. If you want icons, you can just click this, and you'll have a lot of icons. For example, I want a nav icon, for example, left or right icon. So, or I want hamburger. Okay, I want hamburger. That would be better. So you can see hamburger. So if I click on this, okay, if I click on this and copy, you can see now it's copied. And now inside this, I would just say, okay, I'm sorry. How I would just import this. Okay, I would just import this hamburger menu icon. Okay, yeah, it's already there. It's already there. Okay. Right. React, what is React fragment? React fragment is just like a small division, nothing else. Okay, so yeah, you can write it normally also, but yeah, since MUI follows this, that's why I'm writing. Okay, so now inside this, guys, we wanted to create a button. Okay, let's again go back, and here we were using button. So which one we want to use? We want to use menu icon. Okay, we want to use menu icon. I think I have okay, I'm sorry, menu icon, just paste this, we want to use this. Okay, menu icon. So I'll just come here now. Okay, I'll just come here now, and here itself I would just like to show my menu icon. Okay, so for that I'm just gonna say menu icon, and you can just say right now, if I just close this, and that's it. And now if I just show you, you can see we have this icon. Now you can show this icon anywhere. I didn't style this navbar. Also I can style this. Okay, just wait, I'll style this also. But right now you can see that this is fine. Okay, this is fine. Now inside this, if I want to click this, if I click this, I want something to happen. Okay, if I click on this, so I would just say that on click, and I just wanna say that if I click on this, okay, if I click on this, I would like to provide the toggle bar function. What value? I want to show left. Okay, I want to show, suppose, left one. Okay, which one? um what else we have? Okay, I think yes, we want to show the left one, just left one. Okay, that's why I'm doing this. So just left one, and I think this is it, and then we are gonna make it true. Okay, we're gonna make it true. That means I want to show this left one, right? And what else? I think that's it. And after this, I'm just gonna show my drawer, copy and paste it here, right? Now let's try to see this, and now in this case anchor is what? Left. Okay, and here itself I'm just gonna show left, because I want to show the left drawer. Okay, that's why. Okay, you can just change this up to your choice. Okay, so now let's see. So if I click on this, you can see I'm getting the left sidebar. Okay, now you can place this button anywhere, that's totally up to you. Like this is also not important, by the way. If I just I think it would work if I just remove this. So if I click this, it would still work. Okay, so React fragment is just like a division which MUI used, that's why I use that. Okay, that's totally up to you. And also one more thing which you learned right now, that is we can use any icon from MUI. You can see we just use an icon, we just used an icon, so you can use icons very easily from MUI. Now this is up to you. We just use the left side. That means if I click on this, I want to show left drawer. Instead of this, you wanted to show right drawer, you can use right here. You can just use right here and right everywhere. So it's totally up to you. Okay, but yeah, we are just showing left side. If you want to show all, you can just show all of them. Okay, but yeah, since this is for left sidebar, so just create left sidebar, and you can see we created this icon. Now what else can you do is, if you want to suppose style this, okay, if you want to suppose style this, suppose you have a navbar, so I'm just gonna give it class name of navbar, right? And suppose I want to style this, okay, so I'll just go to this navbar.css, and I'm just gonna say navbar, and suppose I'll just say that display as flex, and I'm just gonna give it some background color of suppose red for now, so that we know that style is done. Okay, and let's import the navbar css. So import, and dot slash, in the same folder we created the navbar dot css. I think this must work. Let's see. So you can see, yes, navbar is styled. You can see that I just gave it a red color purposely. Okay, perfect. Now let's come here, and I'm just gonna make it white again, or red, or whatever color you want. Okay, it's not compulsory. And let's give it some padding, 10 pixel. Okay, so you can see that's it, and if I click on this, you can see it's created. Okay, so very easily we created a sidebar. You can see that it's very easy to make. Now let's talk about these. Okay, let's talk about these. So you can see that you are getting some things here. How can I just create my own like these text here? Okay, for that what you need to do is, again, follow the same approach. Just try to understand this code. This code is very easy, which MUI is provided, but yeah, it would take some time to understand this, how to manipulate this. Okay, so just watch me. Here you can see that this is your list which would be shown, right? This is your list which would be shown. So here what you need to do is, you can see right now they are just mapping it. Although like this is fine, you can map it, but since you have a lot of icons, so for each icon, I think this is difficult. Okay, so instead of mapping, I'll be just showing things manually. Okay, that means I'll be creating individual components cards. Okay, so either you can follow this mapping approach in like whatever text they have shown here. This is the mapping approach, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna show things one by one. Okay, so first of all, if I just comment everything out, what you would see is, you can see that this is empty, and we just have the divider which MUI provides. Okay, this is the divider, right? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show items one by one. So for that, just write list item. Okay, list item, and then you just need to say disable padding. That means I don't want any padding. MUI has it. Okay, so this is a property, disable padding. Now inside this, I'm just gonna say that list item button. Okay, list item button. Inside this button, we are just gonna create first of all the icon. Okay, so list item icon, right? And in below this, what I'm gonna show is, I'm just gonna show list item text. Although you can just show a normal h1 tag and whatever you want instead of this, that's totally fine, but yeah, this looks better. Okay, so you can see here what we want to show is icon. Okay, I'm sorry, this is a self-closing tag, so let's just close this. Okay, and I'm just gonna say that we have primary. What's the text which you want to show? You're just gonna write that text. Suppose I want to show home. Now home, and inside this I want to show home icon. So for that, let's search for home icon. I'll just go here, material icons. I'm just gonna search for home, and also you can get a lot of options here. Whatever you want, you can use options also. I'm just gonna use this filled one, and I'm just gonna copy this. Okay, so you can see copy. Now let's paste it here, and now we're just gonna copy this component, and I'm just gonna use it here. Okay, and let's close this. Okay, let's close this. So now you would see that we have home text as well as home icon. Okay, if I give you one more example, let's copy this first. And by the way, if you want something to happen on clicking of this item, what you can do is, you just can just pass on click, and then you can make it do whatever you want. You can do React navigation, whatever you want, you can easily do this, right? I hope everyone knows the basics like on click navigation, right? But yes, now similarly we are gonna create about, and I want about icons. So if I go here, suppose for example, if I write about, okay, so you would see, suppose this info is fine, so I'm just gonna copy this and paste it here, right? And let's paste this info icon, right? Info icon. So now you would see that we have about also. Okay, so now the problem here is we have list. Okay, I'm sorry, it must be actually outside this. Okay, so list item. Yes, and again the same property. That's it. Okay, so now you would see that home, about, and similarly let's create one more, that is contact. You can see that that's how easy it became for us since we used MUI. Okay, so let's come here and I'm just gonna use contact, contact, contact. You can see whatever you want, you can easily write. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this contact. Okay, copy and again paste this icon, copy this, and I'm gonna paste it here and write contact. Okay, so now you would see that contact is also here. Okay, so now one more thing what you can do is you can just write one more thing, that suppose below you want to show inbox, so you can get the inbox icon and like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show inbox icon directly, so I'm just gonna copy this, paste it here, and let's say inbox, and this is what inbox icon. That's it. Okay, so now you can see we have inbox icon and like that. So you can see that that's how easily I created it. If you don't want this divider, you can easily remove this by just commenting this out. Okay, you can see now it's gone. So you can see that's how it actually works, right? So I hope guys you understood this, how we can actually create this. Now one more thing, if you want to just style this, what you can do is let's go here and you can see they have actually given a few things here. Okay, I think, yeah, you can explore these icons also if you want. You can add a further style also if you want it. If they have mentioned, you will get further stylings also. Okay, so this is it guys. Now I think the project is complete. It's a very simple project, and if I click on this, you get the sidebar and it's responsive. If I just show you it in I'm sorry, if I just click this, you can see that it's very responsive. Okay, so now you can see that, yeah, perfect. Now let's make it in iPhone. So you can see in iPhone it would look something like this. In Pixel it would look so you can see that, yeah, it's responsive. If I just click on this directly, you can see it's gone, it's there, it's gone. Okay, so very responsive and very easy to make. I hope you understood this video. Now guys, I'm gonna upload this source code to my GitHub profile so that you can directly access the source code and you don't need to worry again and again. And this is just a small introduction to Material UI. Okay, it won't be only used for sidebar, you can use it for a lot of things. You can see if you want to create your input element, you can see for example like you can see if you want to build this is very complicated thing. So if I click on autocomplete and you can see that if I write s, so you can see I get some suggestion to create this. Generally by raw code it became very difficult, but if you're using MUI, you can see you just need to use these components and you need to understand some logics here, and then you can easily do this. So you can see that MUI is really helpful. If you want to create your checkbox, you can easily build these kind of checkbox, or if you want to build a radio group like this, so you can easily build this. Okay, and then you want to create buttons, so you can easily create buttons like this, outline, text, contain, these kind of buttons. Okay, so today we just used this MUI for creating the side drawer or sidebar, we can call it, and it did pretty well. You can see it is pretty well, very, like, it looks cool and yeah, very easy to make, right? So now guys, what we're gonna do is let's upload this code to my GitHub repo, and I'm just gonna write sidebar React MUI. I'm just gonna write MUI so that you know that this is built using MUI. Okay, and let's just upload this so that you can get the source code. So let's hit it, and I'm just gonna say git add dot. Okay, so now the source code is completed. Now if you want to get the source code for today's session, what you're gonna do is you just need to visit my GitHub profile. Just type github.com/viraj014. This is the GitHub profile. I'll just share this in the live chat. And what you can do is you can just go to the repositories, and in the repository you would find sidebar React MUI. If you don't find this, you can just search this, and also you can mark it as a star so that it's saved for your future projects. You can easily use my code to create your sidebar. Okay, and you can just visit inside this and you would get the SRC. Inside SRC, we have the NavBar component. Inside NavBar.js, we have everything, right? We have everything which we did today, right? So you would understand everything and you can use this source code now. Okay, so that's it, guys, and I hope you understood this video. We created this simple project and it's really useful for those people who are trying to build this kind of sidebar, and it obviously it becomes complicated when you try to build these things from scratch. Although for me it was very easy, like I can just use position absolute and different kind of things to just show this on button click. But anyways, like this is also a very good approach and looks cool, right? So that's it for today, guys. I hope you understood this video, and I will see you in the next one with a better project next time. Okay, we are gonna build good projects next time. So that's it for today. I will see you in the next one. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.